Greetings and salutations and welcome to Hockey TV and our coverage of the Soo Eagles, the French River Rapids in the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League. We are at Pullar Stadium on this Friday night, a snowy, stormy mid-December night in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, winning the start of tonight's contest between the Soo Eagles and the French River Rapids. Scott Nason bringing you the play-by-play for tonight's contest. We are joined once again by color commentator Larry Pozzebon. And, well, Poz, it's been a while since we've been here in the broadcast booth here at Pullar Stadium. It's been about a month since the Eagles have been at home. But since we have last broadcast here on Hockey TV, the Eagles have had 5 road games over the past 3 weeks. They've gone 4-1. They swept a Northern Ontario swing few weeks ago and then split last weekend, winning at Elliott Lake and losing to the Sioux Thunderbirds on Saturday night. So the Eagles enter tonight's contest 18-11 in 4th place in the West Division, taking on French River. But before we get to the details, how you doing, sir?
Well, not bad. I was getting withdrawals, It's been almost a month, 3 days short of a month. And going back to that road trip, the three-game swing up north, that's a big feat for any team to go up there. Yeah, any team to go up there. Few have done it. Few have done it, yes.
I don't know if the Eagles have ever done it. I was looking back in their archives, maybe one time.
One time when Paul was coaching.
Okay, yeah.
They went up and took a 3-game sweep. But that's a rarity. Anytime you go in the visitors' building, you're always down 1 or 2 goals. It just works out that way. But besides that was compliments to the Eagles for doing that. And I guess I missed that game against the Thunderbird. Well, I wasn't feeling well, and they got behind the game early, and they lost the first period 3-0. But the rest of the game, they won one period 1-0. Then they tied the other one 0-0. But you got to win. You got to win the important ones.
Well, going back to that game on Saturday, Larry. I don't know if you know, but they had a big ceremony for Michael Doan, the former Sioux Thunderbirds and Soo Eagles goaltender who tragically lost his life this past summer, and they had a really big ceremony. Our friend Dave McKegg, who played for both the Eagles and Thunderbirds, he was part of that. And, it was almost, I said it on Monday night show here, the game, our local sports show, it was almost a game the Thunderbirds had to win. That emotion, having, the fans and the family out there and all these players that have come back. Many of them now have wives and kids. It puts everything in perspective. Obviously, the wins and losses matter, but, in a situation like that, when a young man tragically loses his life, sometimes things are bigger than the game of hockey.
Yes, I know. I knew that was on, but like I said, I wasn't feeling well. I didn't get to that. I know Michael Doan. I don't know him well, but I know the family. And normally when you have these presentations, the home team usually – it's not 75-25 that they win them.
Sometimes it's draining.
Yeah, it's draining on the home team, but they prevailed, and congratulations to them. I'm glad of success. Too bad we couldn't even get 1 point. That would have been good.
Yeah, the Eagles enter tonight's contest, Larry, with an 18-11-0 mark. They're in 4th place in the West Division with 36 points. Currently 3 points behind Blind River, who has 39 points. Eagles still have 6 games in hand on the Blind River Beavers. Rayside Balfour in 2nd place in the West with 40 points. Eagles have 2 games in hand on Rayside, and we'll see Rayside a lot here at Pullar Stadium, including next Friday night, the last game of 2017, when the Eagles will take on Rayside Balfour. And there you have it, Larry. The Sioux Thunderbirds, many people thought they were rebuilding. They're not going to be as good this year. They got a new coach. Thunderbirds, 1st place, 48 points, 23-7-2. Again, the team to beat in the West.
I didn't expect the Thunderbirds to do this turnaround. I can't say anything bad. I'm just saying, I said no. They're rebuilding, and because during the summer they got rid of a lot of players, and well, the new coach, he brought in what he wanted, and he's got a young team, and they work hard. They're just like the Eagles do. When we play them, it's whoever's going to work the hardest and dig the deepest, they're going to be successful. And the Thunderbirds are proving that they're working a little harder than a lot of the teams in the league. Another thing I want to say is that after this game, every game the Eagles play is in their own division.
Right.
Nobody out there. So you're in your own division. So this is where you're going to butter the bread or make it dry out and crumble. This is where it's going to count.
French River comes in tonight's contest, Larry, at the record of 10-19-4. They're in last place in the East Division with 24 points. A team that really got off to a great start this year, but they've had some struggles. They've moved a lot of players. I mean, just on the roster tonight, from when I downloaded it yesterday, they have 4 new players on the roster, and a team that right now is in danger of missing the playoffs in the East. A team that the Eagles have never lost to. They're 5-0 overall against French River. They won a couple weeks ago up there. But like any game in this league, Larry, this year, even with a team like Espanola, who's only won one game and tied one, you got to come out and play for the Eagles. You still got to put out a good effort if you're going to win tonight.
Yeah, you just can't say, well, they're in last spot, that we should be able to take them. Should be and do are two different things. Another thing is a lot of their players now, they're put up on suspensions on French River. And
yeah, some big suspensions.
And plus, they traded away that Trudeau boy.
Rayside, I bet? No, Kirkland Lake.
The Crunch.
Cochran, yes.
Cochran Crunch, yes. And he was their leading goal scorer. He was getting a point and a half a game when he was, even continuing now with the new team he's on. And they sure as heck miss him.
Lots of games going on in the NOJHL tonight. Larry, 4 other games besides this one. Hearst already in action tonight. They're leading Espanola by the score of 1-0 in the first period. Games start at 7:30, just like this one. Cochrane is hosting Powassan. One we'll keep a big eye on in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. The Blind River Beavers taking on the Sault Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds now winners of 9 straight. And another one we'll keep an eye on. Elliott Lake is hosting Rayside Belfour, as the Eagles chasing all 3 of those teams. Elliott Lake, the one team behind them. And so the West Division really shaping up, Larry, to be kind of a 4-horse race. I wouldn't count Elliott Lake out yet. They're always a tough opponent, but it looks like the Thunderbirds, Blind River, Rayside Belfour, and the Eagles, they're going to be up there in the end. It's going to be quite a battle for first place.
You're right. Yes, it is. And that's good. That's good for the league. It's good for the division. It shows that if you want to play, if you want the points, you got to play to get those points. You just can't say, well, we're first, or we're going to get them. We're going to get those automatic. No, nothing is for sure, except up here right now it's snow. That's for sure.
And I was going to say, looking around, Larry, a small crowd for a Friday night, and a lot of that has to do with the weather, as the lake affects snow. If you watch that NFL football game in Buffalo on Sunday,
I just saw some highlights.
Indianapolis
that
and
was
Buffalo,
wild.
wasn't that something? Well, that's kind of what's happening here. It all depends on the direction of the wind. Earlier today it was sunny, and then the wind shifted from the northwest. Of course, Sault Ste. Marie right in that northwest snow belt when the wind is coming off of Lake Superior, which is a lot warmer than the temperatures outside. And so we see a lot of snow outside. We probably had about 6 inches of snow today. And so that is taking away from some of our crowd tonight. Let's look at the scratches tonight. First of all, for the Soo Eagles, 2 players not dressed tonight, including number 16, Thomas Dyball, and number 31, Shane Brancato. For the French River Rapids, players not dressed tonight include number 14, Sean General, number 16, Donnie Schultz, number 18, Will Frusta-Giglio, number 86, Marc-Andre Cavillion, number 91, Robbie Popke, number 98, Griffin Simpson, and goaltender number 29, Josh Barrett. Now, if you're watching the game tonight and want to contact myself or Larry during the broadcast, we offer a very interactive and fun broadcast where we like to have some back and forth with the people watching, not just the Soo Eagles fans, but also fans from French River or even neutral casual observers. Go to Twitter. You can find my Twitter handle at SNason, that's Nason 2013. Let us know what you think about the broadcast, who you're watching, and if you have any questions or comments on what's going on. We're going to go to our pregame festivities as we're set to announce the starting lineups by Bob St. Peter. We'll have the national anthem sung by Dan Kinney, and we'll have the start of tonight's NOJHL contest between the Soo Eagles and the French River Rapids here on Hockey TV.
For tonight's game, Nick Terry, Lance Brown. On the lines, Zach Jodwin and Mitchell Perry.
So there you have it, Larry. Our starting lineups, national anthems, officials have been announced, and we're just about set to go for tonight's NOJHL contest between the French River Rapids and the Soo Eagles. Okay, here we go, as the Eagles have 2 games left at home during the 2017 calendar year. We'll be here next week on a Friday night as the Eagles will take on Rayside Balfour. I did make one mistake there, Larry, as far as scratches for the Soo Eagles. Scratched is goaltender number 1, Ravi Khatri, not number 31, Shane Brancato. So Brancato is in net starting tonight, and Carter McPhail is your backup goaltender. The Eagles in their home white jerseys with the black and gray trim. French River in their home dark blue jerseys.
They're visitor in dark.
That's right, with the white and red trim. Want to say hello already to Stephen Urfanos watching tonight from Illinois.
Hi, Steve.
And also want to say hello to Daniel Clark, who is watching in Wasco, Illinois. They both say, go Eagles. And we are set to go here, Larry. First game in a month here at Pullar Stadium, and we are underway. Eagles 18-11 on the season. They've won 4 of their last 5, all on the road. Now French River with the puck, looking to beat the Eagles for their first time ever. Dupuis with it. He'll dump it along the boards to Petrie. Now the Eagles with the puck. Been a while since they played here at Pullar Stadium. Now that one shot all the way down the ice. That'll be an icing call as we played 31 seconds of this first period. No score.
No score.
No score. We'll keep an eye on some scores from out of town, Larry, and a couple other teams that we follow. The Lake Superior State University Lakers at Michigan Tech. It's been a tough season for the Lakers. They're down 1-0 already in the first period. And, well, it's been the opposite of a tough season for the Sioux Greyhounds. Winners of 18 in a row.
Yes, they're
and they're actually no score down in Kitchener after 1. It's been quite the year for the Hounds, Larry. My goodness,
has been, yes.
6. Now the Eagles with the puck. The neutral zone. Taken there by Capiciolto. Capiciolto now drops it for Urfanos. Just off of his stick. Shot around there by Godreau. Now quick shot. Saved there by the French River netminder, number 1, Andrew Roca. Now French River with the puck at center ice. The captain for the Rapids shoots it in. Number 67, that's Connor Loft. Now Urfanos has it for the Eagles. Lost the puck. Taken away there by Canasaw. New player, number 9, Chase Canasaw. Didn't have him on my roster until we got here. Now puck taken by the Eagles. Rapids shoot it back to center ice. Kipke gets it to Urfanos at center ice. Been out there a while. Urfanos now taking off the puck. French River has it. Max Lightfoot, number 39, another one of the newer additions for the Rapids. Now Lightfoot with the shot. That one blocked by Clark. Back to the point. A shot by the Rapids. Save there Brancato, and he's going to hold on to the rebound as Stephen Calisti had a chance for the Rapids. First shot on goal the Eagles get with 18:08 to play in the first period. No score.
Nobody had a shot on goal.
Yeah. Well, they got one for the Eagles. I thought maybe they would have given French River one there.
No, that was attempted shot on goal, went wide. Yeah, I don't know. Well, who's down there calling the shots here?
Quick shot and a save there, Brancato.
Ken's down there. Oh, there they are.
There we go.
One.
Got
Okay.
that shot on there.
Ken's down there.
Yep. Got Ken, Bob St. Peter. Fortunately, no Chelsea tonight. Like when she's there, very efficient at what she does. Now quick shot back into the Rapids end. Picked up there by number 27, Jordan Ritchie. Got a whole bunch of different numbers for the Rapids. They got a lot of 90s and 70s and 60s, so very unique numbring system up in French River.
Maybe all the other ones are retired.
It could be, yeah. Maybe
hanging from the rafters?
That's right. Maybe they retired a bunch of jerseys. Good, like the Yankees. You got no numbers between like 1 and 10. Now here come the Rapids. Romano with the shot. That one deflects off the netting, and that'll go out of play, and we'll have a face-off in the Eagles zone.
A lot of these replacement, I don't mean it in a derogatory tone for the Rapids. They're under a couple of guys are injured, and a few guys are on suspension.
Yeah.
So they're pulling up players from someplace.
Now face off to the right of goaltender Shane Brancato, won by the Rapids. Dupuis with the shot. That deflects just wide. Puck behind the net. Rapids with it. Carbone. Now the Eagles, Blair comes up with it. Blair in his own zone, plays it off the boards to Price. Now center ice, picked up by Blair. He'll shoot it in. Roca stops the puck behind his own net. Shot back to center ice. Rapids have it. Petrie across the blue line. Butcher now behind the net. Plays it off the boards. It's our official, Lance Brown. Now bouncing puck. Taken there by the Eagles. That's center ice. Players battling right below our broadcast position. Now Petrie has it. Gets it in his own zone to Loft. Off the pad of Carbone. Had it poke checked away by Price. Here's Saxton with it. Saxton with the puck on the near boards. With the quick shot. That one deflected just wide. Goes to number 24, Dixon. Spencer Dixon can't clear it. Shot back in by the Eagles. Now French River at center ice. Lost the puck. Saxton deflects it in. Goes wide of the net. Dupuis tried to play it off the boards out. Can't. Capiciolto stops it. Now Capiciolto with the puck. Puts the shot. And the save there by Roca. And he'll hold with 16:08 to play in the first period. No score.
When you're here, folks, you got to stop in here at the concession. They have everything from polar burgers, regular burgers, fries, chicken. You had chicken tonight, eh?
I
chicken
did.
legs,
Yeah.
I snuck one away. It was good. They were good. I had a cheeseburger.
Want to say hello to Maria and Lenny Lamberty watching from Arizona. We got a chance to meet Lenny there a couple months ago. Enjoy the broadcast, Lamberties. Got to be a lot warmer in Arizona than it is here tonight, Larry. It's a winter wonderland. The crowd's starting to get a little bit better. Still going to be a small crowd than what we're used to, but fans arriving here a little bit more. Now, quick shot there. That one zips wide, goes all the way down the ice. No icing because the Eagles player shot it. Clark behind the net. Now Clark at center ice. Across the blue line. Clark still has it. Now the Rapids come up with it. They try to clear it. Tharaldson at the blue line. He'll play it off the far boards. Behind it, Capiciolto. Poke checked away by the netminder. Shots 2-1 Eagles early in this first period. This French River team, a much more competitive team than the last couple years, Larry, even though they've tailed off as of late. They're still a pretty solid outfit this year. Now, Brancato's going to hold on to that with 15:01 to play in the first period.
I just want to say Lance Brown, the local guy from Sioux, Michigan, normally he's a linesman.
Right.
And I'm just guessing that he's refereeing tonight because maybe somebody couldn't get up here with the storm and all that. I'm just a wild guess by me. That's it.
You're just speculating, Larry. Now,
okay.
Shot there by the Rapids, and it'll be gloved down by Brancato. Want to say hello to Vicky, who is watching from Houston. She says, good to finally have the Eagles home. Missed your broadcast. No one else compares.
Well, thank you.
And I won't say what she said after that. You'll have to go on my Twitter page to see SNason2013. Thank you, Vicky. And again, it's got to be a lot warmer down there as well. Thunderbirds leading at home, Larry, against Blind River by the score of 2-0. Hearst over Espanola 3-0 after one, and Poisson has gone up 1 against Cochrane. It's 1-0. No score here as we play just over 5 minutes of this first period. Shots 3-2 Rapids. That one shot all the way down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call. So they'll bring the face off all the way down back into the Rapid zone. This is the only game of the weekend for the Soo Eagles. And they will be in action, I believe, on Monday, a rare Monday night game, Larry, in Blind River.
That's for sure.
Yeah, the Monday, December 18th. Then the Eagles will be here at home on the 22nd, taking on Rayside Balfour, and that'll do it for 2017. They'll resume the year 2018. Puck at center ice, taken by French River. Calisti, he'll shoot it in. Brancato stopped that one a bit, now picked up by Siao. Back to the point. Quick shot there by Gaudreau. Doesn't get through. Stopped by Blair. Blair with the puck for the Eagles. He'll clear that one down the ice. Now Gaudreau. Rink wide pass on the near side. Picked up by Dixon. Romano across the blue line. Now Romano gets the puck. Tried to put it in front. He does. Swatted away there by Butcher. That one goes down the ice. Played by the netminder. Dixon for the Rapids. Dixon with the puck. Slides it over. Gets it back. Dixon will clear that one down the ice, and that'll be another icing with 13:32 to play in the first period, Larry.
Nobody's paying attention over there at the French River bench. The guys are changing.
Both teams a little sloppy here to start this one. Thunderbirds will host French River tomorrow night. Thunderbirds winners of 9 straight. And right now they're on track to be winners of 10 straight. They're leading already 2-0 early in the first period. No score here, 13:30 to play in the first period. Now the Rapids win the face-off, clear the puck down into the Eagles zone. Picked up by the home team. Banser on the right wing side. He's got a couple players going to the net. Bobby Price with it. Now back to Banser with a shot. Rifles that one wide. Now Banser hits the player Romano for the Rapids. Back to center ice. Flipped in. Bouncing puck. Saved there by the netminder for French River. Now the Rapids with it. They'll clear it to center. Picked up by Carbone.
Stopped by Brancato.
Now Tharaldson at center ice. Gets it to Price, who deflects it in. Dupuis over there for the Rapids. Now here's French River. Petrie cleared it to center. Picked up by Carbone. Carbone tried to get around 2 defenders, but not the best idea he'll have all night.
Yeah, he was a sandwich there.
Yeah.
He was the bologna in the bread.
Absolutely. Now the Eagles with it in their own zone. Shots 4-3 French River. They played a good start. Good road opening half to the period, Larry, for the Rapids.
Yeah, they got here around 5:30 because they were behind me on the bridge.
Oh, were they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not the easiest trip north or south, rather, for them. Now here's Palmerio with the shot. Misses the net. Goes over to Carbone, far boards. Now behind the net, the Rapids have it. Trying to clear the zone. Back behind the net. French River clears it to center. Taken by Blair at center ice. He'll skate it in. Now Blair puts it in front. Capiciolto, that went off his skate. Now Capiciolto gets over to Saxton. Goes through the slot, over to Blair. Blair pitches in. Picked up by Capiciolto. Saxton over there again on the near board. Now he loses the puck. French River will clear it to center. Picked up there by number 8, Gottlicker. Now the Eagles take it. Saxton across the blue line. Capiciolto over to Saxton. Now nice pass.
And
a goal!
Palmerio.
Saxton, I don't know how the heck he found Palmerio. As Saxton just kind of put it in front, it goes right to the stick of Jake Palmerio. And with 11:14 to play in the first period, Palmerio gives the Eagles a 1-0 lead. Saxton will definitely get an assist on that, Larry. Again, he was on the near boards, and I don't even think he was looking. He just kind of shoveled it over to the front of the net, right to the tape on the stick of Palmerio, and he had an easy shot.
Put it right on the ice, right in.
We'll get the call from Bob St. Peter on the Eagles' first goal.
Eagle goal scored by number 8, Jake Palmerio. Assist number 3, Jake Saxton. And number 9, Matt Capiciolto.
Now a shot there. Oh, a chance for the Eagles, and now we have some rough stuff.
Here we go.
As the netminder gets in there. Now we got all sorts of things going on there. As the goaltender, Roca, did not like that, as the Eagles had a really good scoring chance there. And we'll see if we get any penalties out of this, Larry.
I missed what was happening. I was marking the assist down.
Who did the second assist go to?
Palmerio.
No, the assist.
No,
Capiciolto. So we got some penalties, Larry. Looks like a French River player going, 2 players going to the box. I would imagine the Eagles will probably at least get 1 out of this whole exchange. I don't see their door opening. We do have 2 players in the box for French River. Lacani going to the box for the Eagles. So we'll see if the Eagles maybe get a power play out of this.
Lacani is in there, yeah. That's all 1.
So nothing on the board yet. We'll see.
Yeah, they're closing the door just 2-1.
They might have called a penalty on the netminder there. He got pretty involved in that play.
I saw that part of it. That's about it. I saw him get up and challenge somebody beside the net. That's about all I saw there.
After 1 period of play, Michigan Tech leading the woeful Lakers by the score of 1-0. Lakers in 9th place in the WCHA. No score in the first period between the Greyhounds and Kitchener in the Ontario Hockey League. Greyhounds winners of 18 straight. I don't know if this team's ever going to lose again. Now we got an Eagles player going to the penalty box, Lamberty.
Number 24, yeah.
And so we'll try to get the penalty calls sorted out here. Coming up in the second period, Larry and I are going to play our favorite game. It's called Guess the Attendance. As I have a 1-game lead in the season series. Larry's going to guess the attendance tonight. I'm going to guess higher or lower. Those at home can play. Those that are watching, go to Twitter. Tweet me SNason2013 on what you think the attendance is. As the crowd's small, but it's a little bigger than maybe we might have expected with the weather.
Yeah.
Weather pretty rough out there. Lots of snow on the road. So nothing on the board, Larry. These are all going to wash out. We'll get the call from Bob St. Peter on the penalties. Eventually, we'll get the call as LaFortune.
There's 4 names that Bob has to write down.
Eagle goal scored by number 8,
still on the
Palmerio.
A shot there and a save.
Number 3, Saxton, and number 9, Capasolito. The time of that goal, 8:46.
And now the penalties.
Excuse me.
I'm just trying to...
Rapids penalty
There we go.
to number 4, Spencer Dupree. 2 minutes roughing. To number 22, Stephen Callisti, 2 minutes for slashing. To the Soo Eagles, to number 25, Jonathan Lahani, 2 minutes slashing. To number 24, Jake Lamberty, 2 minutes roughing. The time of these
There you go. It was worth the wait, Larry,
Yep.
as 4 penalties called. All coincidentals. Eagles with the puck. Shots now 7-4 in favor of the home team. They lead 1-0 on the goal by Palmerio. Now here's Keller in front, puts a backhand shot. That one almost went in. Looks like the net might have went off the moorings. Would have been very interesting, Larry, if that one would have went in with the net off. That would have been a tough call by the official.
That puck was fluttering in the air there, waiting for somebody to put the eye-hand coordination on it, but to no avail for the Eagles.
10:21 to play in the first period, 1-0 Eagles. Thunderbirds leading Blind River 2-0, so Eagles could edge closer to Blind River in the standings. Getting a lot of time to play in both those games, but start looking at that. Now here come the Rapids. Cross the blue line. Nice poke check by Techel. Techel with it. Cross the blue line. Techel with Fand on the shot. Keeps the puck, though. Techel gets knocked down. Picked up by Paul. Now the Eagles come up with the puck. A shot. And a blocker save there by Roca. As that puck goes out of play, and we'll have a face-off in the Rapid zone.
Again, folks, when you're here, you come down to the Eagles Nest. You got ice cold beer, Chicago-style popcorn, wine coolers, Pepsi and other products. And what do they have? Those pretzels. There you go.
Yeah.
Hot pretzels.
Now, it looks like there's a correction on that Blind River Thunderbirds game. Fake news, apparently, online. As now it's a 1-1 tie, Blind River and the Thunderbirds. It had 2-0 in favor of the Thunderbirds earlier. But, again, that must be that fake news that we're seeing a lot of elsewhere. That's my opinion. Elliott Lake and Rayside Belfour scoreless. That one in the first period. Powassan up on Cochrane, 1-0 in the first period. And in the second period, Hearst over Espanola by the score of 3-1. While we have a moment, Larry, looking at the standings in the East, we didn't mention that. Powassan in first place, kind of like the Greyhounds, almost a similar record. 25-3-1 with 53 points. They're 10 points ahead of Cochrane, who's in second with 43. Kirkland Lake in third place with 38 points. Then you have quite a battle developing for fourth, fifth, and sixth. Right now, Timmins is in fourth with 27 points. Hearst only 1 point behind Timmins in fifth with 26. However, Hearst has played 6 less games than Timmins. And French River right now in last place in the East with 24 points. They're 2 points behind Hearst, but they played 5 more games. So Hearst, kind of like the Eagles, they have a lot of games in hand on other teams. So back to action here. Shots 9-4 Eagles, 9:52 to play in the first period. 1-0 in favor of the home team. On the goal by Palmerio, assisted by Saxton and Capiciolto. Now here's Price moving in a shot, and that one went off the goaltender, and that goes out of play, so that'll keep the face off. The French River zone. Coming up next Friday, we have our Student of the Month, and once again...
You get the Black Pearl, eh?
Exactly. Yes. Once again, no Nason boys will be taking part in that celebration. Of course, my oldest son, he's aged out of that. He's in middle school now. So youngest son, well, we're shooting for January. getting good grades. I mean, but that's I guess the main thing. Now shot back in by the Eagles. It's getting to be a recurring theme on these broadcasts, Larry.
Well, at least it won't lessen their percentage because right now it's 0-0-0.
Right, yeah, exactly. Now shot back in by the Rapids. Over on the far boards, Quinn. He clears it to center, taken by Price, just out of the reach of Banser. Now picked back up by the Eagles. Price tried to get the pass there. Shot, save, rebound, Price, another save. Eagles buzzing now. Goaltender way out of position. Banser, if he could have just got a shot off there, might have scored. Now a quick shot there over the glove of Roca. Now cleared back to center. Butcher passes over to Blair. Shots now 11 for Eagles. Blair with the shot and a save there by Roca. Rebound goes to the Eagles, or rather the Rapids. It's been a month for me in hockey, apparently.
That's why I'm staying quiet here.
Yeah, boy, just too much basketball lately. Now here's Saxon to Capaciola. A shot. It hit the post. Capaciola had the netminder beat, but it hit the post. Now a shot goes behind the net. Eagles all over the Rapids right now. And that puck goes on top of the net, and as it looks like
it's going to be face-off outside.
Capaciola was trying to get that puck off the top of the net, and I think he sticked his own player. As Saxton, he's shaking his head. That's just, can't call a penalty on that when you hit your own player with the stick. And Saxton, I don't know if he drew blood, but not real happy about that. You don't see the puck lay on top of the net often, Larry.
No. It was put there by the Eagles, so the face-off will come outside.
Face-off outside the blue line. 8:11 to play in this first period. Eagles starting to dominate play here. Shots 12-4. They lead 1-0. Saxton to take the draw for the Eagles. Winning the draw. It's to Palmerio. Now Saxton over to Capaciola. Palmerio at the blue line. Puts a shot. Now taken by the Rapids. They'll clear it to center with some speed. That's Kalisti across the blue line. Shovels it over. Nice job, Blair, on the defense. Knocked the player off the puck. Now the Rapids with it. To the point, Kalisti. Kalisti with the shot. Brancato, kind of a knuckleball there, and that one goes almost on top of the net. Brancato can't cover it up. Good scoring chance for the Rapids. That puck bouncing all over the place. Now the Eagles pick up the puck in their own zone. They'll clear it to center. Taken by Kalisti, who shoots it right back in. Brancato behind the net. Now Butcher to Capaciola, who'll deflect it in. 7:20 to play in this first period.
Eagles go for a full line change.
Now the Rapids with it. Loft at center ice. Shoots it in. Over the head of Brancato. Kipke kicks it to himself. Behind his own net. On Kipke. Now reverses course. Slides it over to Clark. Clark, pass near side Urfanos. Cross the blue line. Urfanos with the move. Player there for French River kind of stuck his leg out there, Larry. And if there was any contact, that definitely would have been a penalty.
Yeah. Got by him. That was number, 20?
That might have been Richie, number 27.
I am.
6:54 to play in the first period. 1-0 Eagles. Face off, won by the Eagles. Lacani with the puck near circle, had it taken away by the Rapids player. Now taken right back by Urfanos. Now Lacani dumps it in. Puck goes behind the net. Rapids try to clear it. Lightfoot can't. Clark keeps it in. Now puck in front. Lamberty with it. Couldn't quite get a shot off, though, as it's taken there by French River. Nice pass up to Siao and a shot to save their Brancato. Now the Eagles with it. Lacani, nice pass. Right on the stick of Urfanos, who has been out there a while. Rather, that's Clark. Check that. Now Kipke with it. Kipke behind the net. To Bardarson. Bardarson. Had it for a moment. Now given to Clark. Techel at his own blue line. Nick Techel. Trying to get around the French River player. Can't. That was Loft stopping him. Here come the Rapids. Nicholas with the shot. And Brancato gloves it down with 5:50 to play here in the first period. 1-0 Eagles.
Good shot by Nicholas there. Used the Eagle defenseman as a screen, but Brancato just caught that glove out there.
Out of town scores. Larry Hurst now up on Espanola 4-1 in the second period. Thunderbirds have gone up on Blind River 2-1. That one's still in the first, and no score, Elliott Lake and Rayside. Here's Techel with it, 2-on-1. 3-on-1, Tharaldson.
There it is.
And a goal! Kellan Tharaldson got the puck and shot it past the netminder on the 3-on-1, and with 5:42 to play here in the first period, Eagles starting to dominate. They lead by the score of 2-0.
Yeah, they're 3-on-1.
Yeah. So we'll get the call from Bob St. Peter. Tharaldson will get the goal. That goal by Palmerio earlier, that was his 13th of the season. We'll get the call from Bob.
Eagle goal scored by number 23, Kellan Tharaldson. Assist number 21, Nick Techel. Time of the goal, 14-18.
So Techel gets the only assist, 2-0 Eagles. Shots 14-7 in favor of the home team as that puck goes out of play. So we'll get a face-off outside the blue line. As French River, well, they started off well, but the Eagles starting to exert their authority here, Larry, in the latter stages of this first period.
Maybe they'll get their legs after this first period.
Now Price has it for the Eagles. Bobby Price behind the net. Trying to find a player in front. Gets it back to the blue line. Butcher, his shot, save there by Roca with the left pad. Now puck at center ice. Rapids have it, taken right away by Banser. Banser across the blue line, 1-on-5 with a shot. That one goes wide. Cleared back to center. Blair with it. Blair over to Price. Price at the blue line, back to Blair. Now Blair across the blue line. His shot, gloved down by Roca. He'll hold with 4:45 to play here in the first period.
Roca looks like when there's a lot of close play around the net, Roca looks a little disorganized. But when there's a shot from out deep from the blue line or something like that, he comes out of the blue and he's cutting down the angle. So he's not comfortable when there's traffic around him.
That goal by Tharaldson, his 8th of the season.
Nice save by him now, though.
Nick Techel with the assist, Larry. 31st assist of the year. That's a lot of points.
He's right up there.
That's 29 games, yeah.
He's right up there in the scoring with right behind that Trudeau.
Yeah, he's right
crunch.
up. Yep. Now puck in the near corner. Quinn. Coming up between periods, we'll hear from Bill Vanderleest. Now a quick shot there. As Roca had to make a quick save. We'll talk about Eagles goaltending. Maybe even get some soccer talk.
I was just going to say that. Yeah, you got to get some soccer in there.
At least one question there. That'll be chased down the ice, and that'll be icing with 4:09 to play here in the first period. You have Jim Cappy along with Bill Vanderleest, Mike Barbo behind the bench. Bruno not too far away. Always a mindful eye.
Yes.
As he's starting to move around better and better.
Yeah. Now you got to talk to Bill about the Canadian soccer team. They won that.
Toronto FC, the MLS Cup, absolutely. Yeah, great job there. Toronto hasn't had a lot of winning lately. First title, I think, besides the Argonauts, since the Blue Jays in '93.
Yes, you're right.
You know, the Leafs haven't won in like 50 years, so.
They were celebrating that not too long ago.
Yeah, right.
Haven't won 50-some years.
No, that might be 50 years of the Wings winning the way they're going. That's a whole other story. Now here's the Rapids with it at center ice. French River with the puck, cross the blue line. Nice move there by Carbone. Taken there by the Rapids at center ice. Shot back in. Glove down by Saxton. Shot 17-7 Eagles in the first period. They lead 2-0. Now puck taken by Capiciolto, trying to find Palmerio. Now Capiciolto with the shot. That goes wide. Taken there by Siao. Now Capiciolto just dumps it back in, waiting for Saxton to get back onside. On the near side, Paul. Center ice, and we're going to have a whistle, Larry, as I didn't see what happened there.
He's gloving the puck. And I think he was saying that he gloved it ahead, which, it didn't happen, but they must, with the back, players had their back to the linesman there, so he couldn't really see it.
3:09 to play in this first period. 2-0 in favor of the Soo Eagles. And if you're watching back at home, let us know what you think about the broadcast. Tweet me, snason2013. I already heard from Vicky down in Houston. Also the Lamberties watching from Arizona. Stephen Urfanos and family watching in Illinois along with Daniel Clark. Now here's the Rapids with it. Quick shot. Save Brancato. Puck goes behind the net. Rapids now with a chance. Wide open in front. Backhand shot that goes high and wide. As Paul had all sorts of room for the Rapids. Now the Eagles with it. Capiciolto will shoot it in. Stopped there by Roca. We have 2:30 to play in the first period. Puck taken by the Rapids. Levi Seau. Now Lightfoot. Lightfoot loses the puck. Lacani, now he loses it. Now here's a chance for the Rapids, a shot as LaFortune had a chance, but he put it high and wide. Lamberty over along the far boards, picked up by Blair. 2 minutes to play in the first. Blair up to Lacani. Now Lacani Urfanos got player over there, but a shot and a save there by Roca, who will hold with 1:53 to play here in the first period.
Good coverage by Nicholas for French River to cover the open man in front of the net.
5-1, Hearst now leading over Espanola.
We like that score, don't we?
Yeah, Espanola, though, they're not really going to be part of the equation unless they have a very long run of wins, as right now they've only won one game during the season. But anytime an Eastern Division opponent plays a Western Division opponent, the Western Division opponents are going to root for the East and vice versa. Now Butcher in his own zone for the Eagles. 1:30 to play in the first period. Been a good first period for the Eagles. They lead 2-0. Tharaldson and Palmerio with the goals. Now Bardarson across the blue line. Bardarson with the move. Bardarson with the shot. And a nice positioning there by Roca, who makes the save.
Really, he did a good job.
So, Larry, you got your Christmas shopping all done?
I think so.
I'm actually finishing mine this weekend. I've been ahead of the game. Usually I'm a procrastinator when it comes to that. I'm waiting to the last weekend of Christmas, but we're
You're waiting
set.
to win that prize, eh? I heard you advertising
That's right,
that.
you're right, that's right. Employees, unfortunately, cannot be a part of it. You
Yes.
can. Now a shot and a goal!
Bouncing puck behind the goaltender.
Owen Kipke had the initial shot, Larry. I don't think that was deflected. I think the netminder just kind of made a bad play on it. And it's 3-0 Eagles with 1:10 left here in the first period. So it's been a tough night so far for Andrew Roca, as he'd like to have that one back.
I think even the first one that went between his legs or right under him,
So we'll get the call from Bob St. Peter. It looked like Kipke had the shot. We'll see if he gets credit for the goal. The Eagles rolling, leading by the score of 3-0.
This is a tough road trip for French River.
Yeah.
Soo here, Soo tomorrow night in Canada, then they go to Blind River on their way back.
So you're playing three good teams when you make that road trip.
Yeah.
That is a tough one.
Eagle goal scored by number 19, Christian Bardarson.
So they give the goal to Barty.
Here in Bells
Last
over here.
minute of play.
Yeah,
First
John
period.
Bell.
Assist number 17, Owen Kepke. Time of the goal, 18:50.
So Bardarson must have deflected that puck there in front. Gets credit for the goal. Eagles lead 3-0. As we have 40 seconds left to play here in the period. French River's going to have to try to regroup for a tough first period. Now the Eagles with it. Quinn shot, goes behind the net. Bounces over along the far side boards. Taken there by Romano. Price over there for the Eagles. Romano along with Kalisti for the Rapids. Now Banser gets involved. Price loses the puck. Picked up by the Rapids with 20 seconds to play. They'll shoot it in. Brancato, nice job. Gets it to Quinn. Now taken by Price at center ice. Picked up by Loft. 5 seconds to play. And so the Eagles outshoot the Rapids by a 20-9 count. And they'll take a 3-0 lead into the first intermission. Larry and I will be back for the second period here on Hockey TV. Joining us here in the first intermission is Soo Eagles coach, goaltender coach Bill Vanderleest. Bill, thanks for coming dropping by the press box.
You're welcome.
Good.
Way up here, man. What a view.
It is, and man, you made it over here in record time. I'm impressed.
I got to beat Nick Perry's time always, which,
I think you did.
Oh, that's not too tough.
Well, Bill, good first period for the Eagles as the Eagles lead by the score of 3-0. Shots 20-9 in favor of the Eagles. Thoughts on the first period?
I thought we started out a little wee bit slow, but by about the 5-minute mark, we started to get our legs underneath us, and we've been pretty good since then. I think we haven't really played that much the last week or two, and it maybe showed a little bit in the first part of that period.
Yeah, and it's been a while since you played here at home. It's been about a month. I want to talk about that 3-game road trip you did a few weeks ago up north. Very few teams have gone up and completed 3 wins out of 3 games on those road trips. Eagles haven't done it for a while. I think they've maybe only done it one time that I can think of. That was a pretty big trip for you guys as far as not just the wins, but maybe just kind of some team bonding and getting some confidence.
Yeah, I think that that was an exceptional road trip for the kids. We've taken 10 out of 12 points on those 2 long road trips.
Yeah.
And probably should have had one more in Kirkland Lake where we gave up a goal with about 1 minute and 15 seconds left. So, conceivably we could have took 12 points out of 12 and maybe 11 out of 12. So that's a great, great road trip. And you're right, it's been a long time. That's probably more points than we've taken total in the last 3 years on those 2 long trips. That's a hard goal, and French River is facing that kind of a trip tonight. So it's just as tough for those guys coming this way as it is for us going the other way.
Looking at your role with the team coach as far as goaltenders, Shane Brancato in net tonight. You also have Carter McPhail and a newer goaltender, Ravi Khatri. This goaltending tandem, Brancato and McPhail, your thoughts on how they've done this season? I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. They're off to a really good start.
Yeah, we're in really good shape in goal this year. There's not much I can say that's negative about either one of these 2 kids. They just go out there and they give us a chance to win every night. And it doesn't matter which one right now is in there. Tonight it's Shane, Monday night it's Carter. We got a shot at every game. And that's a great feeling for the other 18 guys that are dressed to know that one of those 2 kids is behind them and has got their back all the way.
So when you have 2 goaltenders, Bill, playing as well as they are, your role with them as far as like during the week in practice, what are some of the things you're having discussions with? Are you working on them on certain things, or you just kind of leave them alone? And, what's your role like throughout the week as far as practice?
Throughout the week, I kind of leave them alone during the game because I don't want them thinking about anything other than stopping the puck. During the week, usually first practice, we take a chance either before practice or at the start of practice. We talk about what went on the weekend, what I thought was good, what I thought they needed to work on. And then we just go from there. We usually have 1 or 2 goalie sessions every week. We work on different things. Last week it was screenshots, tracking the puck, putting rebounds in the corners. That was our specific thing for last week. It varies because it depends on what I see on the weekend, where we go through the week. And I'm lucky Jimmy and Nick give me the time that I need to work with the goalies, and that's always a good thing. It hasn't always been that I've worked with head coaches that recognize the fact that goalies need to have goalie time. And Jimmy's really good with that. He's been around a long time, and Bruno as well, being an ex-goalie, they realize that goalies need time to work on things that are different from just facing 150 shots in practice. And we're lucky enough to have other coaches that recognize that and to get the time to do the things that we need to do during the week to get ready for the next weekend's games. So, and both those kids work really, really hard. And Ravi, he's just a young kid.
2000 birth year, I think. Yeah,
he's, and he's soaking it up. He's trying to get as much work in as he can, and we'll see down the road how things play out, whether we actually see him standing down there for one game or not. We'll see.
Bill, go ahead.
Unfortunately, the rules of our league not allowing us affiliates means that we have to carry 3 goalies in case one gets hurt. And it's not, I'll be honest, it's not an ideal situation from a goaltending coach's perspective, because you'd like to just be able to, go with 2 guys and call up a midget goalie just like French River has tonight. They got a Sault Ste. Marie kid. backing up tonight, but unfortunately that's not how life is for the Soo Eagles, so we have to adapt and we have to carry that third goalie. And in one sense, it's good if you get a young kid that's willing to, be able to just come and practice and develop and get better and see if we can get him into some playing time. That's the ideal scenario. But if you got 3 kids all fighting for the net, it's, it doesn't work nearly as well.
Bill Vanderlee's joining us here in the first intermission. Coach, we'll let you get back to your team, but I would be remiss if I don't talk a little soccer. We talked about that at the concession stand, talking about Manchester City. But, hey, good news for Canada. Toronto FC, MLS Cup. Were you excited about that? That was a good story, wasn't it?
I was going insane. I was going insane in front of the TV, especially after last year when they dominated the game. And Seattle never got a shot last year and ended up winning the MLS Cup.
Yeah, and that's something.
And Seattle was on such a roll this year coming into that game. They walked through the Western Division of the MLS.
Yeah.
We're outscoring teams, 2, 3, 4 goals. And Toronto FC had such a tough time in their 2 series against New York and Columbus. And, won basically by a goal each series. And I was kind of wondering what was going to happen, but they came out and dominated. And I got to give a shout out for those American boys,
Jose,
Bradley, and Altidore.
That's right.
I mean, they've kind of got dumped on over the whole World Cup thing.
Yes, they did.
Over here, you got to call it like you see it, and it's nice to see 2 guys that work that hard get some recognition and probably feel a little better about themselves than they did a month ago.
So clearly the Maple Leafs are next, right? It's been a while.
The Argonauts won the Grey Cup.
Yep.
FC's won the MLS now, so we got the Raptors and the Leafs.
Doing pretty good, Raptors. Yep.
They're kind of behind the 8 ball now. The pressure's on for those other 2 teams.
It is. Yes, it is.
Anyways, the other thing I'd like to do is Nick Perry, our assistant coach, is on his way back east for the holidays, and he's driving right now, and I'm pretty sure he's listening to the radio. So I want to give a shout out to Nicky and tell him that we're missing him. He's kind of our version of Gilligan. So,
are you the skipper?
No, that would be Jimmy. I'd be more like Mr. Howell. I'm kind of an old guy.
Bruno must be the professor.
Yeah,
right?
probably.
That makes sense.
There you go.
Bill Vanderlee's joining us here. Coach, thanks for coming up. We'll talk to you very soon.
Thank you. Thanks
for
having me.
We'll be back with the second period here on Hockey TV. Welcome back to Hockey TV and our coverage of the Soo Eagles, the French River Rapids, and the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League. Scott Nason back along with Larry Pozzavon. And Poz, after 1 period of play, it's been all Eagles. They lead by the score of 3-0. Before we get to the goals and the scoring recap, thoughts on the first period?
Well, the Eagles started off slow and really weren't doing much, I didn't think anyways. But once they got that first goal, they said, now we know where the net is. And they dominated that whole first period after that. Like I say, French River, they had a long bus ride here today, and the weather wasn't good. But like I said, prior to the period being over, we'll see what kind of legs they have coming in now. They had to get those bus legs out of the way, and we'll see what kind of period they put in right now for the French River anyways.
Recapping the scoring in that first period, Jake Palmerio got his 13th goal of the season at the 8:46 mark, with assists from Jake Saxton and Matt Capiciolto to make it 1-0 Eagles. And then Kellan Tharaldson, his 8th goal of the season at the 14:18 mark of the period, with assists from Nick Techel to make it 2-0 Eagles. Christian Bardarson made it 3-0 Eagles, his 22nd goal of the season at the 18:50 mark of the first period, with assists from Owen Kipke and Nick Techel. And that's where we sit right now. The Eagles with a 3-0 lead, shots on goal, 20-9 in favor of the home team. I want to thank Bill Vanderlee joining us here between periods with his thoughts on the Soo Eagles, goaltenders, and other related subjects. I also want to say hello to a couple people on Twitter who chimed in. Joe McPhail watching tonight along with Kelly McPhail. Now, Kelly wanted to mention that Scott Trudeau Parquet plays for Kirkland Lake, not Cochrane. So I was right. I did say Kirkland Lake. So Larry, you, sir, are wrong.
Okay.
And I also want to say hello to Cheryl Saxton, who is watching tonight. And so lots of people on Twitter. Please tweet us, snason2013. Out-of-town scores in the NOJHL. Hearst leading at home against Espanola by a 5-1 count. That one after 2 periods of play. Powassan up on Cochrane by the score of 2-1. That one in the second period. Second period also at the John Rhodes Community Center. The Thunderbirds lead Blind River by the score of 3-1. And Rayside Balfour leading Elliott Lake by the score of 1-0. Lakers late in the second period trailing Michigan Tech by a 1-0 count. And in the Ontario Hockey League, no score in the second period between the Kitchener Rangers and the Sioux Greyhounds. Greyhounds winners of 18 in a row. French River wins the face-off. They're going left to right as seen on your video monitor. Butcher with the puck at center ice. Puck in the neutral zone, picked up by the Rapids. Gaudreau across the blue line. He'll shoot it in. Now Butcher behind the net. French River with the puck. Quick shot. That one goes wide. Rebound along the near side boards. Now played behind the net. Blair off the boards to Palmerio. Now quick shot there. Brancato makes the save. Slides it over to Butcher. Butcher loses the puck. Picked up by Palmerio. He gets knocked down in front. Now Butcher shoots it in. French River with the puck. Number 93, Siao. He loses it. Capiciolto over along the far boards. Picked up by Blair. Now Butcher behind the net. French River trying to find some offense here. Shots 20-10 now in favor of the home team. Palmerio across the blue line. Palmerio backhands the puck in. Behind the net, stick aside there by Roca. Now goes off the pad of a Eagles player. French River has it. Eagles get it right back. Saxton lost it. Now picked up by the Rapids. French River with the chance, putting it in front. Sticked aside by the Eagles player. Now the Rapids with the puck. Paul gets it over to Lightfoot. Behind the net. Lightfoot back to the point. Dupuis. His shot deflects just wide. French River's coming out here in the second period with some pressure. Now the Eagles with it. Saxton. Saxton's pass center ice. Taken by Techel. Now here's Keller. Back to Techel. Techel in the slot. Nice move. Backhand shot and a goal! Nick Techel gives the Soo Eagles a 4-0 lead with 17:50 to play here in the second period. Techel made that one look easy.
He did. Now, I'm going to tell you something here. This period started, the Eagles did a turnover, and they never got the puck back. The Rapids were pressing. Looks like we're getting a goaltending change.
Yeah, looks like the new netminder, one of the players from Sioux, Ontario, actually, Dawson Hunter, checking in as he will go into net, his first action for French River. And so we'll see a goaltending change with 17:50 to play in the second period.
So what I was saying is they dominated it. The Eagles were turning the puck over, couldn't get out of their own zone, and all at once they get a break and they score, and that turned that period. This turned it right around for the Eagles again because they weren't doing very well at the beginning of this period. As you said, the Rapids had taken it to the Eagles, and now they get a goal, and that's how you get yourself back in the game.
So Techel will get his third point of the night, his first goal. We'll get the call from Bob St. Peter.
Eagle goal scored by number 21, Nick Techel. Assist number 22, Kobe Keller. Time of the goal, 2:10.
So Keller with the, nice glove hand there by Dawson Hunter, the new netminder. Right off the bat, he gets a shot. Now puck along the near boards. Eagles with the 4-0 lead. Now here's French River. Across the blue line, Petrie. Now behind the net, Clark. Plays it off the boards, taken by Bardarson. At center ice, Techel. Techel with the puck. Nice pass, Bardarson shot. Saved there by Hunter. Deflects wide. Goes to Keller. Now his shot high. It goes buzzing here. Keller gets it back. Keller over to Bardarson. Now Bardarson lost the puck. The Rapids have it. Over along the far boards. That's Kalisti. As that one gloved down by Kipke. Picked up by Price. Now Price, nice move. Price with a shot. Save, rebound. Puck loose in front. And credit Hunter coming in off the bench. He's made a couple big saves there early. Now Brancato with it. Over to Clark. Clark with the puck. Nice pass up ice to Quinn. He moves in. Quinn leaves it for Price. His shot. Saved there by Hunter. Eagles really starting to pour it on here in the second period. Clark at the point. His shot blocked by a French River player. That one dumped down the ice. That one goes wide. That'll be icing with 16:24 to play here in this second period. That goal by Techel, Larry, his 20th of the season.
He's hot too, boy.
20 goals, 32 assists, Larry. 52 points in, 29 games? That's a pretty rapid clip as far as scoring. It's almost Larry Pozzebon numbers back in the day.
Well, we got a penalty coming up to the Rapids.
Yeah, we have not had a power play, Larry. This is the first.
I think he's calling cross-checking. Yeah, Lance Brown, the referee's calling cross-checking.
First power play opportunity for either squad. Coming up here, Larry, in about 6 minutes, you are going to look around and try to guess.
I forgot about that.
Our attendance. Those that are on Twitter or want to play at home, you can play along with Larry. He's going to put a number on, and you're going to say higher or lower. I'm going to say higher or lower, and you are more than welcome to play. As I have, I believe, a 6-5 lead, Larry, in the season series.
Quit rubbing it in.
I got to because I lost last year.
Penalty to number 22, Stephen Kalisti. 2 minutes, cross-checking.
So Kalisti gets 2 minutes cross-checking. Eagles on their first power play. Now a shot and a goal! Mikey Butcher on the power play gives the Eagles a 5-0 lead with 16:05 to play in the second period in a game that maybe could turn out to be a rout.
Yeah, if it keeps going like this.
So the Eagles lead by the score of 5-0. We'll get the call from Bob St. Peter. As Eagles right now in the standings, 3 points behind Blind River, so they can't catch them tonight, but if Blind River loses and the Eagles win, they'll only be a point behind the Beavers heading into that Monday night game in Blind River. And the Eagles have played 6 less games than the Beavers. But this one still has a lot of time on the clock. We'll get the call from Bob St. Peter on the Eagles' 5th goal.
Eagle goal scored by number 4, Mikey Butcher. Assist, number 23, Kellan Tharaldson, and number 13, Kyle Quinn. Time of the goal, 3:55.
So there you have it, 5-0 in favor of the Eagles as that shot deflects out of play. As that goal will go to Butcher. Let's see how many goals he has here on the season. That's his first, Larry, of the season.
No wonder you had his arms up there.
That's right, yeah. Really. Tharaldson with the assist along with Quinn on the power play. 3:55, the time of that one. Eagles cruising. They lead 5-0 with 15:40 to play here in the period. Now another puck that goes out of play. So while we have a moment, Larry, we'll look at the scores once again.
Okay, now while we have a moment. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
After you.
I was just going to say Christmas is around the corner, folks. You got to get stuff out of that souvenir shop down here. You want for gifts. There's lots down there to pick from. You can, when you're here, but if you get here before Christmas, or you can call in or email in and they take your order.
Yeah, we'll take care of you. Get your Eagles swag. I'm representing mine.
Yes, I noticed you won't take it off now.
No. I do eventually, yeah. but it's a little cold. What's the song? Baby, it's cold outside, and I ain't calling you baby. Now a centering chance. Lamberty shot and a goal.
He put it in. It went off the goalie's leg. He put the leg out to make the save, and it went off his leg and went in.
6-0 in favor of the Eagles, and
we may be getting another goalie change pretty soon. I believe.
Both coaches actually kind of looked at each other, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Tough situation for this netminder that was just called up, Dawson Hunter, as it looks like we are going to see Roca head back to action. He's going to grab his stick, so yeah, Hunter came out. He made those couple early saves, and well, we're seeing what Mike Keenan used to do a lot with Philadelphia and other teams where you send one goalie in, you give up a goal, send in another one. But tough start to Hunter's French River career. And it's been a tough night for the Rapids, and coaches there going to talk to the young man. It's a nice touch, I think.
Goal scored by number 24, Jake Lamberty. Assist, number 23, Kellan Tharaldson.
Here come the Eagles
and
again. Larry
10,
Saxton in
George
front.
Stefanos
and Tharaldson with the assist on the goal by Lamberty. So the Lambertys watching in Arizona. Congratulations. Good things happen when you tweet on Hockey TV.
And when you say nice things about us.
Well, that definitely good things happen then. Yeah, your flattery goes everywhere with the two of us. I can tell you that much. Now flip back in by the Eagles. 6-0. They lead. 14:35 to play in the second period. Eagles with it. Over on the far side. Now it's center ice. Taken there by Lightfoot. And shot all the way down, and that'll be icing. And now we'll have time to look at that out-of-town scoreboard, Larry.
Okay.
As Hearst leading at home against Espanola after 2 by the score of 5-1. Powassan still leading at Cochrane 2-1 midway through the second period. The Thunderbirds have gone up 3-1 on Blind River. That one midway through the second. And Elliott Lake has come back to tie Rayside Balfour at 1 goal apiece. Daniel Clark already putting in his guess, Larry. Now a chance in front. I'm not going to say what it is.
Okay.
Rapids with the puck. Now behind the net. French River. Gadreau back to the point. Dupuis. French River trying to get some offense here. They're actually out shooting the Eagles 4-3 at one point, but it's been all Eagles since then. Palmerio with it. Palmerio behind the net. Deflects it to center ice. Chased down by Calisti. Now Calisti. Pass over. Taken there. Shot back in. And that's going to be puck rather behind the net. Taken by Keller. Deflects to Saxton on the near boards. Saxton up to Techel. Techel trying to drop it to Keller. Now Keller has it. Keller over to Techel. Now Techel moves in. Nice move. Techel in. Shot. Save by Roca. And he'll hold with 13:18 to play here in the second period.
Eagles are coming on now. Like I say, they just had to get warm late in that first period. They scored, at the 14 mark, 18, almost a 19-minute mark. Yeah. Here, 2-4 again. Okay.
Eagles will be at home next Friday night against Rayside Balfour. Now a shot and a save. There's almost a chance on the rebound. Now puck taken by the Rapids. Petrie over in the far corner. Petrie with the puck. French River trying to get some offense here. We've seen some blowouts here at the Pullar this year, Larry.
Yes.
When the Eagles have won, they've won a lot of these games by big margins.
What was 9-1 and 9-0?
9-1. I think Espanola might have even been 10-something. So the Eagles definitely know how to put pucks in the net, especially at home. Doing it on the road as well. Now Blair over in the far corner going to the archives.
10-1,
yeah, there you go. Now here's Keller across the blue line over to Bardarson. Bardarson shot. That one's saved and goes up into the netting. We'll have a face-off in the Rapids zone.
Now this Hunter that came in net for the Rapids, he said he's from the Soo area?
That's what Coach Vanderlee said. He was just called up, I believe, from midgets. Might have been on, I don't know what the midget team is. Is it still the Junior Greyhounds,
yes.
Or they have a new name?
Well, they have, there's depending what level you're talking at.
Sure.
There's AA, AAA, or whatever, you know.
Now here come the Rapids, trailing by 6. Goes behind the net. French River started a tough road trip. Now a shot. That one
deflected over the net.
Yeah, deflected over Brancato. French River will have to play in the Soo tomorrow, Soo, Ontario to be exact, as they'll take on the Thunderbirds, and then I believe they'll be in Blind River on Sunday. I'll check that here while we have a moment.
Yeah, in the afternoon.
Yeah, 3 o'clock, so a tough road trip. Well, Coach Vanderlee's, we were talking about, Larry, the road trip up north, and, a shot deflected, and another save there by Brancato. Looks like he jumped up in the air for that one. We'll get back to that thought here in a moment as the puck along the boards as we got a whistle.
We're having a penalty against the Eagles, I believe.
Cross check, so French River. Well, we're talking with Coach Vanderleest about that 3-game road trip up north, and, he was saying how tough that was and how, teams started to bond, and But, the trips are just as tough down south, if not tougher, as far as the quality of opponents. I mean, you look at French River taking on the Thunderbirds tomorrow, first place. This Eagles team, which is in fourth, but really they're better than a fourth-place team. And then Blind River, who's right above the Eagles. So that's a tough trip.
Yeah, they're
and to do it in 2.5 days. So the Eagles shorthanded. Get the call from Bob St. Peter.
Eagle penalty to number 2, Alex Schwab. 2 minutes, cross-checking.
So Schwab gets cross-checking. French River trying to get some offense. Now shot deflected, goes behind the net. French River with it. Gadrew over in the far corner. 11:15 to play in the second period. French River with the puck on the power play. Their first of the night. Back to the point. Kalisti's shot. That one blocked by the Eagles player and cleared to center. Palmerio with the block on that one. Sporting the beard out there, Larry. You see the beard there? It's
longer than mine.
Yeah, exactly.
And more color to it than mine.
Yes. Now shot back in by the Eagles. Dupuis along the near boards. That's Kalisti. Centering to Gadrew. Minute left on the Rapids power play. Now Gadrew lost the puck. Shot back down the ice by the Eagles. 10:35 to play in the second period. Eagles led 3-0 after one. They've scored 3 here. The first half of the second period leads 6-0. Now puck at center ice. Back into the Eagles zone. Tharaldson will shoot it down the ice. We've had Techel score in this second period, his 20th. He had Butcher scoring in this period, his first. And then on the last Eagles goal, Lamberty, that's his 5th. Rapids still on the power play, 25 seconds. Now cleared to center. Techel fighting for that puck. He gets it at center ice. Techel with it. Skating it across the blue line. Techel still has it. Puts on a shot. Juggled. And somehow that puck stayed up with the netminder, Roca. He couldn't find it. Kind of got hung on his shoulder.
He never did find it. He was still looking around. It's over by the Eagles bench.
11 seconds left on the power play for the Rapids. So with the face-off deep in the French River zone, that'll effectively end it on the power play. So, Larry, what are your thoughts as far as attendance? Going to give you a couple minutes to put up your guess as far as how many people you think are here. Not actually a bad crowd at all considering the weather. It's actually a lot more people than I thought would show up. Now the penalty is over to the Eagles, so Schwab comes out of the box. The Rapids 0 for 1 on the power play. Eagles scored on the power play in their only opportunity. Lamberty with it. He has a goal tonight behind the net. Lacani. Now Lacani turnaround shot. That misses the net. Goes over along the far boards, and we're going to have a whistle as the net's off the mooring. So, Larry, any thoughts there, sir?
All right. 420.
420. Ooh, good guess. 420 is the guess.
420.
All right, I heard you the first time there, Larry.
Okay,
420. Boy, I'm going to go over. I'm going over. Now, I will say there has been one guess on Twitter, which kind of helped me out a little bit, Larry.
Oh.
And I will say I want to thank you to, us Navy guys stick together, Daniel Clark.
Oh, that guy again.
He's going with an even 500 tonight. He says higher, so I'm going to stick with him. I'm going to go higher. Again, if you want to play at home, you are more than welcome. Free of charge. We don't charge you to play.
We're going to start.
Yep. Net neutrality is still in effect. That is still the law of the land, I think. Threw a little political jab in there. So we're not going to charge you $5 to go on Google like some of the scaremongers that are out there. Again, that's my opinion only.
Oh, okay.
So before I get myself in more trouble, let's look at the other scores going on, Larry. In college hockey, Lakers now trailing 2-0 at Michigan Tech. That one in the third period. And the Sioux Greyhounds, winners of 18 games in a row. And they're losing by the score of 2-0 in the second period. You got to figure at some point they're going to have a bad game.
Yeah. They just played Kitchener here at home, and they beat Kitchener here at home, and Kitchener didn't come with a full team, or they didn't play a very good game. Now they're back playing Kitchener, and they're home rink.
Kitchener's always good.
Yeah.
They never have a bad season, it seems. So here we go. 9:21 to play in the second period. 6-0 in favor of the Eagles, looking to improve to 19-11 on the season. They could climb within 1 point of Blind River, who's losing tonight to the Thunderbirds by the score of 3-1, and the Eagles and Blind River will take each other on Monday night, as Blind River will have a Sunday afternoon game against French River, the Battle of the Rivers.
The frozen rivers up here.
Yes, indeed. Boy, you got that right. And we're going to have a penalty, Larry, I think, on the Eagles, as the referee behind the play is going to call it, a tripping call, Larry? Didn't quite see interference, the call. So French River.
Roughing.
Yep. So roughing. One of the three was correct. Got to bring the face-off back into the Eagles zone.
I'm up here, folks. I'm the rose between two thorns, I'll tell you right now.
You're something, Larry. Go that far here.
Hey, Steve, you agree with that, won't you?
See, I think Steve, yeah.
And Larry and Jeff.
Steve, yeah, good. Yeah, that was quite the crew. I can't wait till they all come up again. And
they're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
At least they were that night.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
George Ofanos, 2 minutes, roughing.
So George Orfanos gets the penalty, speaking of Steve. And that'll be shot down the ice. French River trailing 6-0 on their second power play. Under 9 minutes to play in the second period. Nice pass on the near side to Petrie. Now his shot, save Brancato. Puck behind the net. Picked up by Keller. Keller's going to try to fire that one out. Kept in there briefly by French River's defender, but trickles back to center ice. Carbone gets it over. On the far boards. Now Carbone gets it again. Carbone at center ice. Skates it across the blue line. Carbone with it. Centering chance, a shot. Stopped by Blair. We're going to have a face-off.
Net off, that's why.
Net off the moorings.
Yeah, Lance Brown caught that from the far side down there.
He's got eyes. He sees ghosts, actually. He's one of the ghost hunters. That's how good a sight he has.
Is that right?
Rob Horn likes that one. Yeah, he's a member of the Upper Peninsula Paranormal Research Society, otherwise known as UPPRS. A good friend of mine, Tim Ellis, is also part of that group.
Oh, I like him. He's
Tim,
a good announcer, that guy.
Yeah, I wish I had his voice.
Yes, I enjoy listening to him. I worked with him a couple of times up here.
Oh, yeah, yep. Member of our Eagle radio crew locally. Now Saxton gets knocked down. Picked up there by the Rapids. 50 seconds left on the power play for French River. The Rapids with the puck. That's Romano. Romano behind the net. Plays it over. French River, not a whole lot of movement on this power play. Now the Rapids have it. Still 30 seconds left on the extra man advantage. French River setting it up. Back to the point. Dixon. Now on the near side, shot, deflects off of Kipke, goes over the far boards. Romano, over to Jussier. 10 seconds left on the power play. French River still has it. Now Kipke behind the net with the puck. Penalty has expired. To our finals, back at full strength, the Eagles are. And that one shot down the ice, and that's going to be icing with 7:07 to play here in this second period. You know, it's funny. I was just thinking about that. Daniel Clark made a mention. I was literally just thinking about this in my head. If the Eagles hang on to win tonight, Larry, you mentioned this is their final game against Eastern Conference opponents.
Right.
If they win this one, they'll be 12-2. Against the East, they lost to Powassan and Kirkland Lake.
Ooh.
I was literally just thinking about that, and they lost to, I believe, Powassan here, and they lost at Kirkland Lake. So 12-2 against the East. Eagles mopping up
so
on the
far.
East. Now a chance of shot. Yeah, still a lot of time here as our Brancato comes out and makes the save, but the net was off the moorings.
Brancato made a big save there. I mean, the net being off wouldn't have counted, but he's on his game right now.
We got one other individual, and I don't know who it is. All it says is no. It says the attendance is 399, so they are going under. Not quite sure who that is. It just says no. So Mr. or Ms. No, let us know who you are.
And KNO.
Little play on words there. So we got one saying higher, one saying lower. I say higher as well. And Larry has 420. We'll find out between periods. Hopefully there'll be no collusion involved. Now a shot there. That goes off the side of the net. Back to the Rapids. They're starting to play a little better here in this latest stretch, as French River just keeps that puck in. 6:35 to play in the second period. Now Blair over to Techel. Techel with the puck. Clears it down the ice. We've had quite a few icings tonight, Larry. That'll be another one, so we'll have a chance to check our scoreboard to see if we have any changes in some of the games. Hurst putting it on Espanola now, leading 7-1 in the third period. Powassan and Cochrane after 2. Powassan leads Cochrane by the score of 3-2. Blind River's gotten one back. The Thunderbirds lead Blind River 3-2, and Rayside Balfour has gone up on Elliott Lake by the score of 2-1. 6-0 here, 6:20 to play in the second period. Eagles back at home for the first time in about a month. Now Keller with it. Keller with the move. Keller still has it. Now he loses the puck as the Rapids come up with it. Now Paul on the near boards in the Eagles zone. Eagles poke check that puck away. Keller over there along with Bardarson. Now Butcher over to the Eagles player. Now Keller across the blue line. Keller with it. Shot blocked. Another shot saved there. Eagles out shooting French River 30-16 now in this contest. Schwab plays it over to Butcher. Now shot down the ice. On the near boards, Bardarson. Here come the Rapids with it. At center ice. Banser. Banser with some space. Banser across the blue line. Banser now retreats. Back to Quinn off of his stick. Kept in by Tharaldson. And we're going to have a
hit somebody on the bench.
Whistle and hit somebody on the bench. So they'll bring the face-off outside the blue line.
Gary almost was hitting the puck and not popcorn.
Yeah, it's funny when you say that. It's a good night for your team when your trainer's eating popcorn on the bench. That's always a good sign. That's you don't see that too often, but.
And she never missed a bag and a hand and bag and
beat rather. Banser along the near boards over to Quinn. Eagles scored 3 in the first. They have 3 so far in this period. 5 minutes left in the second. Now puck at center ice. Shot in by the Rapids. Tharaldson with it. Tharaldson with the puck. Now poke checked away by Gottliger. Quinn at center ice for the Eagles. Quinn, nice pass over to Price. Price with the move. Price with the shot. Save, rebound, puck loose. And that'll be a whistle. And now we got some little extracurricular activity as Quinn being pushed around by a couple Rapids players. But it looks like cooler heads will prevail.
Yeah, I don't think they're sending anybody out to the sin bin, as they would call it, or used to call it.
Yep. Laker hockey trailing 3-0 now. That one in the third period. So the Lakers, with a loss, Larry, would fall to 4-12-3.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's not going well.
No, it isn't.
At Lake State yet again. Face off to the left of Andrew Roca. Face off won by the Eagles. Lacani plays it off the boards. Now back to center ice. Clark with it. Clark gets to Lacani. Lacani across the blue line. Now Lamberty over there. Lacani gets it. Lacani with the move. Try to get it in front. Goes back to the point. Clark couldn't keep it in. Urfanos gets it to Kipke. Now pass off the shin of Lacani. He'll chase it down. Lacani with it. Centering chance. That one goes through the slot. Over to Urfanos. Urfanos over to Lamberty. Now Lacani. Good shift for him. He puts it through the crease. Picked up by the Rapids. They're trying to clear it. Urfanos keeps it in. Now across the blue line. Clark with it. He has to wait for Lacani to get offside. He does. Clark tried to slide it over to Lacani. Picked up by Kipke at center ice. Now near side Lamberty. Lamberty dumps it along the boards. Behind the net. Loft. Plays it over on the near side. Now behind the net. That's Ritchie. Puck taken by Capiciolto. Now pass over right back to Palmerio. Over to Kipke. Saxon, quick shot. That one deflects wide, yeah. On the near boards, Palmerio had 3 players over there. Now here come the Rapids with it. Lightfoot at center ice. 3 minutes to play in the second. Lightfoot across the blue line. Quick shot that goes behind the net. On the near boards, Saxton with it. 3-on-2 for the Eagles. Saxton over to Capiciolto. Now Palmerio in the slot. Poke checked away over the far corner. Now he puts it through. Taken away by Lightfoot at center ice. Kipke with it. Kipke up to Palmerio. Palmerio across the blue line. Palmerio on the backhand. Centering chance. Saxton with it. Save there by Roca.
Good glove save.
Yeah, absolutely. Now here's a chance for the Rapids. A good shot there by number 22. That's Calisti, and Brancato makes his 17th save of the evening with 2:27 to play in the second period. It's been all Eagles. They lead 6-0.
Brancato fought that puck a little bit. I thought he should have came up more than he did. He just came to the edge of the blue. He had time to really cut down the angle, and he fought it a little bit. It was hard, fast shot on him.
So we'll do the face-off again as now the Greyhounds have come back a bit, Larry. They trail Kitchener 3-2. That one late in the second period, so it was 2-0 Kitchener at last check. 2 quick goals by the Hounds, but Kitchener retakes the lead. Face-off won by the Rapids at the blue line shot. That one goes wide of Brancato. Butcher with it. Butcher's pass, near side. Bardarson across the blue line. Bardarson gets it to Techel, who deflects it wide. Now another chance. Good job by Roca to cut off the angle. 2 minutes to play here in the second period. Here comes French River with it. Chance in front. Stop there by Kipke. Now Techel. Nice pass over to Bardarson. Bardarson in. Bardarson with the shot. Nice back check there by Dupuis for French River. Now Butcher has it at center ice. Gets it to Techel. Techel across the blue line. Techel with it. Over to Keller. Keller's pass. Nice one. Blair with the shot. I don't know if that just missed the net, Larry. The goaltender went sprawling, and finally Roca's going to hang on with 1:32 left to play here in the second period.
Blair had a good opportunity there. He should have shot as soon as the puck hit his stick instead of waiting to skate in a little bit more. That's the thing that nowadays you have to, as soon as that puck touches your stick, it should be gone.
Coming
easy
up next,
for me to say.
Yeah, exactly,
up here.
yeah, right. It's easy to see from here.
Yeah.
Coming up in the second intermission, we're going to talk more about this contest, and Larry's going to share with us his New Year's resolutions for 2018. That coming up in the second intermission report.
I am? Oh.
Thanks for playing along, Larry.
Yeah, no. I don't make New Year's resolutions.
No, a chance there. Almost pinballed in off the shot by Schwab. Yeah, start now. If you want to change your life, start today. Don't wait till the first. My little public service announcement for tonight. Some cards and letters to Scott Nason, care of. Here's Price with it. So we're under a minute to play in the second period. It's not been a good game for French River, albeit they played a little better here towards the end of the second period, but
they go in spurts.
Yeah.
3 minutes, and then they don't do anything after that. Then you get another 2 minutes, and then they...
40 seconds to play in the second period. Schwab clears it to center. Quinn over along the far boards. Poke checked away. Now Banser has it. 30 seconds left here in the second. Quinn across the blue line. Dropping it for Banser. Back to Quinn. A shot. Oh, that one missed the net. Good give and go. Now a shot that goes wide. Quinn with it in front of his own bench. 15 seconds to play in the second. Now Quinn dives for that puck. Finally taken away there by Gadrew. Gadrew for the Rapids. 10 seconds. Now Brancato plays it off the boards. Eagles might have a chance here. We're going to have a penalty. As I think that's going to be a holding call and must be against the Eagles as they had the puck. So French River is going to start the third period on the power play unless they can get a quick one here in the second. So we have 4.9 seconds remaining.
Clark's in the penalty box.
So French River will go on their third power play.
What's he doing? Look at this.
Hey, we always talk about this,
but
Larry.
there's 4.9. I don't know if he came out by himself or the coach called him out.
Hey, you know what? At this point, you might as well roll the dice.
Yeah.
So the net is empty. So the Eagles, if they won the faceoff, they would have time to potentially score a goal.
And they do
and
win
they
the faceoff.
And they are going to shoot it down. Oh, that would have been on. That would have counted, Larry. After 2 periods of play at 6-0 Soo Eagles, we'll be back with the third period here on Hockey TV. Scott Nason, Larry Pozzebon back at Pullar Stadium after 2 periods of play here on a Friday night in snowy Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. The Soo Eagles lead the French River Rapids by the score of 6-0. Before we recap the scoring in the second period, Larry, thoughts on the second period and the game? A pretty dominating affair by the Eagles so far.
Yes, it is. As I said earlier, after the Eagles scored their 4th goal, I said French River came out, and the Eagles, they create their own problems, and they're winning 6-0. You say, where's this guy find the problem? When they turn the puck over, it seems a while, sometimes a long period of time before they get the puck back, really get the puck back. And it showed in that where it took them 2 minutes and 10 seconds to get the puck after they turned it over early, and they scored, which was fortunate for the Eagles. It got them out of that little situation they were in. They got a goal, and now they're on a roll again. And then they controlled the whole second period. French River, a little bit here and a little bit there, but Brancato came up strong. So what are you going to do? What are you going to say? They got 6-0, and they deserve the 6-0.
Recapping the scoring in that second period, the Eagles led 3-0 after one. Nick Techel would score his 20th goal of the season at the 2:10 mark with an assist from Kobe Keller to make it 4-0. Mikey Butcher scores his first goal of the season at the 3:55 mark of the second with assists from Kellan Tharaldson and Kyle Quinn, that one on the power play. And then at the 4:43 mark of the period, Jake Lamberty scoring his 5th goal of the season with assists from Kellan Tharaldson, and they did change one of the assists on that one to number 25, Jonathan Lacani, making the score 6-0 Eagles, and that's where we sit after 2 periods of play. Shots 37-17 in favor of the Eagles.
And we can't tell you what goaltender for the Rapids made
right
some of the saves, because it was like a pinball. They were going back and forth in and out of the net in the second period anyways.
Out of town scoreboard, Larry Hurst has defeated Espanola by the score of 7-2. Powassan leading at Cochrane 4-2 in the third period. Thunderbirds now leading Blind River 4-3. That one into the third period, so we should have a final before this one. And also into the third period, Elliott Lake has come back and tied Rayside Balfour 3-3. So we probably will have finals on those 2 games, and so we'll know a little bit more about the standings in the West Division after this one, as the Eagles look like they are going to win this game. Out of town, the Laker hockey team, Lake Superior State University Lakers at Michigan Tech. And the Lakers, well, they fall again. They get shut out again by the score of 3-0. So the last 3 games, Larry, the Eagles have been outscored 16-1.
The Lakers.
Did I say Eagles?
Yeah.
Well, the Eagles certainly haven't. The Lakers have been outscored by the total of 16-1. So it's not good, and attendance has been brutal up at the Taffy Able Arena this year. Kitchener leading the Sioux Greyhounds by the score of 3-2, that one in the third period. And so we're set to start this one. And, well, we got to talk about the attendance challenge, Larry, as we got our official attendance count from our official score. As you said, that there are 420 bodies here at Pullar Stadium. I said higher. We did have a couple people on Twitter that said higher, including Daniel Clark, who said 500. We had our own Josh Horn that said higher, and, well, he ended up being the closest. What was our final total?
I forget.
Oh, you don't forget. Come on.
471.
471. So I am up 2 in the series, and I will at least carry the lead to 2018. We'll have one more chance to play next week. And Steven Urfano says the game is rigged.
Thank you, Steve.
No rigging here. There's no collusion. We don't need Robert Mueller to investigate anything here. Might save the taxpayers $8 million in the process not investigating here, but I digress. So here we go. Third period about to get started here at Pullar Stadium. I also want to say hello on Twitter mentioning that, Larry. We did have a couple other people tweet. I want to say hello to Patty Lanning, who's watching tonight. She says, so glad to watch the best so glad to watch the game from the Eagles home rink with the best announcers on Hockey TV.
Thank you.
Thanks to Scott and Larry. Go Eagles. Thank you, Patty, and for everyone that has tweeted in. So third period underway. Eagles with a big lead, leading by the score of 6-0. Rapids with the puck on the power play again. It's their third opportunity. Eagles 1 for 1 on the extra man advantage. Now French River with the puck in their own zone. Levi Siao at center ice. Rapids shoot it in. Behind the net. Now on the near boards. Puck taken by the Rapids. They'll played over to the far point. Shot blocked in front. Now all the way down the ice. As right now, Andrew Roca, he was the starter. He was replaced after the fourth goal in the second period. He was replaced by number 33, Dawson Hunter, who didn't last very long. He played about 5 minutes. He gave up 2 quick goals. And then he was replaced by Roca, who is currently in the net. Brancato's been in the net throughout for the Eagles. Now here's French River still on the power play for another 55 seconds. Rapids with the puck. Gaudreau lost it to Techel. Now here's Loft in his own zone. Plays it off the boards for Seau. Now Seau gets it to Paul. This French River team started off hot. They believe they won 5 of their first 6 games. Now Techel's shot. And it hasn't been going their way as of late. And it's certainly not going their way tonight.
Yeah, something happened. That's all at once, boom, they won the first 7 out of 8 games or something like that.
Yeah, they were off to a flying start, but then
everybody caught up to them?
Yeah,
well,
hockey's a long season, and now the net off the moorings again, but it comes back on as Dupuis has it at the point. 10 seconds left on the power play. Rapids with the puck, Lightfoot off the stick of the Eagles player, bounces over the stick of Dupuis. Now the Eagles back at full strength. We played 2 minutes of this third period. 6-0 Eagles. Now Bardarson tried to get around Dupuis. Dupuis stops him. Now the Rapids with it. Paul gets it up to Petrie. Now Petrie with the shot. Save Brancato. Rebound in front. And
net off.
Yeah, good thing the net was off for the Eagles as French River close to scoring their first goal of the night.
Yeah, they did come close there, that's for sure. Slipping by the Eagles' defense.
17:45 to play in the third period. Eagles with a 6-0 lead with the win tonight. They will be done with Eastern Division opponents, and, well, they probably wish they weren't done as they've had a lot of success. 14-2 if you count those games in the showcase tournament as well, which, of course, count in the standings. They won both of them there.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. That's where you have the extra. They'd play 12 times normally against the East, but you have the extra 2 in the showcase tournament.
Actually, one of the extra ones against French River, too, wasn't it?
I believe it was Kirkland Lake and Hearst,
Hearst,
if I'm not
okay.
mistaken. Now a chance by Price in front. That one deflected wide. Now over the far side. Could be 12-2. I think I said 14-2. That's 16 games. That's bad math by my count. Would be the first time for that.
And I don't know how you win in higher and lower here.
Right.
You're not. All you have to say is higher or lower. That's all it is.
It's like the Price is Right. It's not exactly a thinking man's game, Larry. Go on, Jeopardy.
I go by your math. You're not saying, oh, okay.
You've watched Price is Right recently, right? You'll see. That's.
Is that Drew Carey? He's
still on. It's got to be Bob Barker. You always have to be. Surprising with all these revelations. Never mind. I'm just going to move along here.
Wasn't there one guy? What game show was that? That wasn't Barker. It was somebody else a number of years ago.
You have to go into your research department and talk to your crack research staff on that one. What as far as the recent? I don't even know what to call it now.
You can't call it a scandal. Revelations, yeah. Yeah, one of the game show hosts, forget which one it was.
Back to hockey, Larry. We're at puck at center ice. Tharaldson with it over to Arfanos. Now shot back in. Over on the farm. Now Wink Martindale, was it? I liked him. Tic-tac-toe. Chuck Woolery?
No.
Puck at center ice. Eagles clear it to center. Now shot right back in. Tharaldson in his own zone. Now back to center ice. Eagles in full control of this game. French River still fighting out there.
This is on a turnover now. Just listen, watch what I'm saying. Here you go.
Seau gets it over to Lightfoot. Now behind the net. Over the stick of Gaudreau. On the near boards. Big hit. Not a lot of physical play in this game. French River comes up with the puck. Quick shot. Save there by Brancato.
Good save by him.
And you said it, Larry. After the turnover, French River had the puck for about 30 seconds. And that'll be an icing call with 15:32 to play.
They got changed again. These guys here tonight are not watching the benches on icings.
Out of town, Larry. See if we have any changes in the scores. No changes. Thunderbird still leading Blind River 4-3 in the third period. Alien Lake and Rayside Balfour. That one tied at 3.
Excuse me, you caught 2 guys. 3. Okay, he got 3. Okay, he was watching.
Face off to the left of Brancato. Eagles will be back in action on Monday night, a rare Monday night game in Blind River. You can catch that one on Hockey TV. French River, they got a couple games between now and then. They'll be at the John Rhodes Community Center tomorrow night against the T-Birds, and then in Blind River on Sunday afternoon. Now a chance in front for the Rapids. French River has it. Behind the net. Now Lamberty back there. Clark as well. French River with it. Off of Richie's stick. He'll shoot it down low. Picked up by the Rapids. French River, they've had a lot of possession here in this third period. Now a quick shot, save Brancato, and we have a whistle, Larry. We're going to have
penalty here, holding penalty.
Holding call. I think this one's going against the Rapids.
Yeah? No, it's going against the Eagles.
No, against the Eagles. So another chance on the power play as Jake Lamberty will go to the box with 14:51 to play here in the third period. So Greyhounds still trailing Kitchener 3-2 in the third period. So we should have all the finals from some of the games that we're following here just before we go off air. Go shovel off our cars.
Yes.
Or just sneeze real hard and hopefully the whole windshield will go. It's that light fluffy snow. Now puck in the neutral zone. Saxton shoots it down.
A shot on goal.
Save there by Roca. Shots 39-20 in favor of the Eagles. Now it's center ice. French River with the puck. Taken there by Saxton. Saxton across the blue line with the move. Nice. Saxton. Made that one look easy.
I thought he lost it at first, but no.
Back to the point, Blair. His shot. Gloved down by Roca, and he doesn't want to really hang on to that one, but he does. Yeah. That'll bring the face-off in the Rapid zone.
Roca makes the save, then he stretches the arms across the back of the net, or the top of the net, and he's relaxing.
Face off to the left of Roca. Andrew Roca, the netminder for French River. Eagles win the face-off. Tharaldson's shot, gloved down by the Rapids player. Now poke checked away at center ice. Banser taken right back by Lightfoot. Lightfoot and Banser over there.
That Banser's like a BA.
Boy, sure is. Gadrew, the puck in his own zone. Nice pass to Seow. French River on the power play. They're fourth of the night. They're fourth in a row. Eagles have scored on their only power play of the night. Banser at center ice. Banser with it. Pass out of the reach of Keller. 40 seconds left on the power play. Rapids have it. French River trying to get something going here. They haven't had a whole lot going tonight at all. Still fighting hard out there. 30 seconds left on the power play. Puck over on the far boards, taken there by Seow. Now back to the point. Backhand shot. That deflects wide. Alex Paul with it. Back to the point. Gadrew. Gadrew's shot. Save Brancato.
Nobody in front of the net taking care of 23 here.
Now here's French River with some pressure. That shot goes wide, and then it'll go all the way down the ice and pretty much end their power play. And Birdie set to come out of the box as he does. French River with the puck. Across the blue line. Seow. Now taken away right off the bench by Palmerio. Palmerio's got Price. Palmerio, Price, and a goal! That was actually Capiciolto, number 9. The 9 sometimes got to look for the beard, not the mustache, but we know that Bobby Price will get the goal. And Vicky watching down in Houston liked that one especially. Eagles lead by the score of 7-0 with 12:37 to play here in the third period. I want to thank our cameraman Rob Horn for pointing that out. That's not the first time the 8 and 9s have tripped me up. They look very similar on the side, but again, mustache, Capiciolto, beard, Palmerio.
Eagle goal scored by number 20, Bobby Price.
You got that one right.
Assist number 9, Matt Capacito, and number 2, Alex Schwab.
Bob got it
Time
wrong,
of
too.
goal, 7:20.
Schwab gets the other assist, so Price with the goal. Eagles lead by the score of 7-0 with 12:17 to play here in this third period. That goal by Bobby Price, his 4th of the season. So Capiciotto will take the face-off. Eagles win the draw. Quinn with it. Now Quinn in the near circle, got dumped. Puck taken by the Rapids, 2-on-2. Here's Petrie across the blue line. Petrie gets it. Petrie with the shot. That goes wide. Over to Capiciotto on the near side. Passes it over to Quinn. 12 minutes to play in this third period. Eagles are going to win this game, improve to 19-11. They could be within 1 point of third place. As Blind River right now losing to the Thunderbirds, the other team right ahead of them. We'll check the scores in the standings here throughout this period. Now here's a chance for French River. Poke checked away by Quinn. Now Capiciotto with the puck, 1-on-4. And he'll put a shot on net, and now we're going to have...
No, it's nothing going to happen unless something happens now.
Capiciotto went in the net, but that doesn't count.
No.
So let's look at the out-of-town scoreboard, Larry, in the NOJHL. See if we have any changes. There's a lot of these games now nearing the end of the game. Hearst already has defeated Espanola 7-2. Powassan with about 2 minutes left, leading Cochrane 4-2. Thunderbirds with 5 minutes left, leading Blind River 4-3. And we still have a 3-3 tie in Elliott Lake. Rayside and the Wildcats. That has about as much time as this one. And now French River is going to get a penalty.
Yeah, tripping.
Going to be a tripping call. So the Eagles are going to go on their second power play. They've already scored one tonight on the extra man advantage. So they'll go right back to it. So we'll have our final broadcast of 2017 here next Friday, the Friday before Christmas, as the Eagles will get their first look here against Rayside Belfour, our first look at the Canadians, Larry.
Yes, sir.
They'll be here 4 times.
They play them like almost three back-to-back.
2 minutes.
We got another penalty.
So another penalty, and another team that the Eagles haven't played a lot, Larry, Espanola. A lot of these other teams in the West have played Espanola quite a few times. Eagles have only played them twice, so they still have 6 more games against Espanola. They still have quite a few games against Elliott Lake. So you said it. Every game from here on out will be division games, but I think the Eagles might have a little advantage in the schedule, the fact that they play those 2 teams more than a lot of the other teams who have already played them. But you still have to win those games.
You have to win, yeah. The games in hand are great, but you have to win them.
Yep. 5-on-3 for the Eagles here for almost a full 2 minutes. I didn't see what happened there, Larry. I was
too busy talking.
That's kind of what I'm supposed to do here, but feel free if you want to take over. I could definitely
we got a
rest
slashing.
the vocal cords.
What else is he doing down there? Oh, we got Eagles going to the box too now. Yeah.
So
Techel.
Well, it looked like a 5-on-3, but now they're going to give a penalty to the Eagles. And Vicky did indeed like that one, Larry. He says, woohoo, way to go, bud. His dad, Jim, and I are celebrating, so very good. And
you got to have fun. It's been a month. We haven't had any fun.
It has, and you'll like this one,
okay.
Stephen Orfanos, in regards to the attendance. His tweet, fake news on attendance. I got to give it to that one. I like that. That's a page out of my book. Let's get the penalty calls.
Number 67, Loft, 2 minutes, tripping. Time of that penalty, 8:40. Rapids penalty to number 22, Stephen Callisti, 2 minutes, roughing. Time of that penalty, 8:52. To the Soo Eagles, to number 21, Nick Techel, 2 minutes, slashing. Time of the penalty, 8:52.
So there you have it. Those are all the penalties. Eagles on the power play still. Minute 15. Keller across the blue line. Keller gets knocked down. Picked up by the Rapids. Orfanos along the near boards. His shot taken by Tharaldson. Now Keller with it along the near boards. Keller off the boards to Clark. Over to Keller. Back to Clark moving in. His shot, that goes wide. Kipke over the far boards with 50 seconds left on the power play as the French River Rapids shoot it down the ice. Taken there by Brancato. Shots 43-21 in favor of the Eagles. As we're halfway through this third period. Tharaldson in his own zone. Now Tharaldson with the puck. Passing on the near side, Saxton. Saxton with the shot. That goes over the far boards. Not cleared. Tharaldson moves in. Tharaldson with some room, a shot, and a save there by Roca, who will hold with 16 seconds left on the power play.
See, Roca read that play. See, he came right out of the blue and to make that save. I got Rob here. He agreeing with me because he's got a boy that's a goaltender, so he's watching for those things too.
9:36 to play in the third period. 7-0 in favor of the Eagles. They also have 7 different goal scorers, Larry.
Well, that's what you want, you know.
Yeah. Butcher moves in. Butcher
He's going
with
for
a shot.
second.
Yeah. Thought we saw that with Price when he got his first goal after a few games, and he got his second right after that.
Well, that was Tricoche last year, remember?
Yeah, right, yeah.
You got 2 in one game. It took him the end of the year to do it in the playoffs.
Now Butcher winds and fires. Save there in front. Now shot back to center ice. Chased down by the Rapids player, Petrie. Now Petrie with the shot. Gloved down by Brancato. Let's recap the scoring. Goals tonight. Palmerio, his 13th. Tharaldson, his 8th. Bardarson, his 22nd. Techel, his 20th. Butcher, as we just mentioned, his 1st. Lamberty with his 5th. And Bobby Price with his 4th. You have Tharaldson with 3 points, has a couple assists. You also have Techel with 3 points, a goal and 2 assists. Capiciolto with a pair of assists. And Larry, why don't you tell us about some of our great sponsors if you happen to have that information handy, because without these sponsors, you and I wouldn't be talking about Soo Eagles. Eagles wouldn't even be here.
I'm going to run through them, but not alphabetically. Salon C, Midwest Wealth Strategies, Century 21, Guido's Pizza, Air Bear Travel, Best Western Hotel, War Memorial Hospital, Law Offices of William Dyke Justin, Harmony Health Foods, Marquette Distributing, CSB Central Savings Bank, Newberry Bottling, Aaron's, Pro Shop Big Bear Arena, Tryon Solutions, Holiday Inn Express, Subway, Neville's Superette, MR Auto Body, Keewaydin Casinos, Ford Sub Motors, Antlers, Alpha. Did I say Guido's? Oh, Guido's, yeah. Guido's
again.
Pizza. Yeah. There's a few more that I missed, but those are the folks when you're here. And though a lot of these sponsors giving out prizes when you buy a program, and between a meal ticket or a gift certificate or something like that. So come on in, sponsor these folks, and enjoy the Soo and enjoy the game. Enjoy your boys or nephews or whatever, brothers,
Nieces, friends, Romans, countrymen. Blind River has tied the Thunderbirds, Larry, at 4. That's really not good news for the Eagles, because if teams go into overtime, each team gets a point, and one team gets the extra. So the last thing the Eagles want to see is any of these other games go into overtime. And but they'll got to take care of their own business here, leading by the score of 7-0.
Roca just stopped that one with his helmet.
Clark with the shot, save Roca. Over to Quinn. Those look like they're on the power play right now. Now puck behind the net. Taken there by Dixon. At center ice. That's Lightfoot. Lightfoot gets around Clark, but he'll hold. And so, again, looking at the scoreboard, Thunderbirds and Thunderbirds and Blind River tied at 4. Rayside, Balfour, and Elliott Lake tied at 3. So potentially, all those teams could get points tonight, and then the extra point in overtime if they do have a decision. So, not real good news for the Eagles there. And they'll play Blind River in their next game on Monday. We'll see if we have a Greyhound score. The Hounds have come back and tied it, Larry, at 3 with about 5 minutes to play in the third period. So the Hounds just refuse to lose.
I wonder if they got so much talent there. I'm just wondering now they're going to make some trades or movements.
I don't know how you do. I think you just stand pat. You got a pretty darn good team, to say the least.
Sometimes you
get an overage defenseman or somebody.
Yeah.
They're definitely not lacking in any department at this point. And not only winning 18 straight, but they're steamrolling opponents now. Now our finals gets knocked down. Lacani with the chance. Save there. Here's Lamberty with the puck. Now cleared to center. French River with it. Possible 2-on-1. Nice pass, although just out of the reach of Calisti. Thought he was going to get that one. Now we have some contact in front of the Eagles bench. Shot hard off the boards. Kept in by the Rapids. Shot. Goes over to Tharaldson, now cleared to center. Picked up by the Rapids, Dupuis. Now Dupuis' shot, Brancato makes the save as Brancato's had to make some good saves here in this third period.
That was a tough save right there because that guy was coming in and Brancato come out into the white and it was a good hard shot and he made a good save on that.
7:22 to play in the third period.
Now when Arfanos was going down, he was all by himself. He kept the puck for a long time. Finally, the three of them, they ganged up on him and down he went.
Face off won by the Eagles. Along the near boards, Techel. Now Keller has it at center ice. Keller with some speed. Over to Bardarson. His shot, save there. Another chance as Roca goes sprawling out for that one. He's getting a lot of action here this third period. He's had a lot of action this game. Shots 48-24 now in favor of the home side.
Yeah, most of those, both 45 or 44 were his saves.
Yeah, Eagles
shots.
Yeah, Eagles doubling up the Rapids right now in the shots department. Now puck taken there by Keller. Keller, he's got Techel with him. Keller had two players over there. Had it poke checked away. And here come the Rapids. 6:35 to play in the third period. Eagles are going to win this one. Proved to 19-11. Now a big shot there as Roca makes the save.
He's hurt. He pulled the glove out of his hand out of the glove there. He's hurt. Look at. He's flexing his fingers. Yeah.
Let's see if those other games have gone to overtime or if we have a result. Blind River has gone up on the Thunderbirds 5-4 now, Larry, with 30 seconds to play. So I guess that's good news for the Eagles. Potentially both teams won't get points out of it. Now a shot, a save, rebound. Puck was behind Roca, but somehow taken out.
Palmerio couldn't get a stick on it.
Yeah. Now the Eagles still trying to get more goals here. They're up 7. Now Palmerio in the slot puts a backhand shot.
It wasn't Palmerio. Those was 8s and 9s again.
I know. My goodness sakes. And the clock has run out on the Thunderbirds. Blind River ends the Thunderbirds streak at 9 as they defeat the home team by the score of 5-4. So
big comeback.
The Eagles will gain 2 points on the Thunderbirds in first place, but they'll still be 4 points behind Blind River. Again, they still have a bunch of games in hand on Blind River, but the Eagles will crawl to within 10 points of the Thunderbirds. They do have 3 games in hand on the Thunderbirds, so Blind River will momentarily leap over Rayside Belfour for second place. Rayside Belfour currently tied with Elliott Lake, so pretty much every night something happening in the West Division as far as standings. And again, good news for the Eagles that game didn't go into overtime because at least you don't have that extra point.
Yeah.
Because it's really could come down to the last weekend as far as points and who gets home ice advantage. And some of the fans over there enjoying the musical selection here by our DJ, doing a great job as always. We probably should mention, Larry, that our DJ here, Josh Horn, made an announcement recently. He's going to enter the Marines. Hoorah!
Hoorah!
Absolutely. Well done. Now Kipke's shot. Of course, me being a former Navy guy, we're the guys that drive the Marines to where they need to go, or at least the people that drive the ships.
Yeah.
I would just
you go along for the ride.
Yeah, I just file in paperwork. I was never even on a ship, so.
That was a good job you had.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it's like remember the Seinfeld? You don't like when George was talking about what careers he wanted to be. And I can join the Navy. You don't like water. I'll be a land guy. Yeah. They need land guys. Yeah. Indeed, they do. So, now, I'm sure Daniel Clark. He probably was in the real Navy as far as ships. Funny story on how I avoided sea duty here. Maybe. On the next whistle. Well, I wouldn't say well, anyway, so my first duty station was out of schooling. I go down to Meridian, Mississippi for my schooling. I was a yeoman, and the first command I got was in Millington, Tennessee, which was kind of like, okay, Millington, Tennessee, what's in there? Well, they had the personnel command there. And so it happened to be that I was there for 2 years. I was only in for 5 years, but when it came time to negotiate for orders or where you went next, we'll finish this story on the next whistle here. These are the things that happen in a 7-0 game, by the way. I tell old sea stories, and I wasn't even on a ship. Now puck along the near boards. Eagles with a 7-0 lead, 4:40 to play in the third period. Rapids with the puck as our referee goes down. He took a little bit of that hit. Now Price with it. He's okay. Yep, good. Our official making sure there. Now Price's shot. That one's going to sting as number 27 there, Jordan Ritchie. He's going to have to put some ice on that
along
leg.
With Roca.
Yeah.
Roca's still flexing his hand on that one
shot down the ice. So getting back to my story, Larry, so I'm in Millington there, and it just happened to be that I worked with the aviation detailers, as they were called, and it just happened that we happened to get together and put together a pro football pick'em, all for fun, of course. There might have been. Anyway, so the guy that was in charge of where I get to go next, as Larry's already tuned out to this story.
No, I got
he was my detailer. Just happened to be that at the time where I was looking to see where I wanted to go next, he happened to win the football pool 2 of the first 3 weeks.
Oh, you're kidding.
I'm not kidding. It was all coincidence. There was no funny business. So when I went in and talked to him about where I could go, he goes, Nathan, where the heck do you want to go? You can go wherever you want. So I had my choice. I could have literally gone anywhere. I ended up picking England, and hence I avoided sea duty.
Oh, yeah. Well, you had to get to England. How'd you fly there?
Well, yeah. Boats take too
long. Or
did
you go by boat? Yeah.
No, I took commercial, British Airways. Let me tell you.
I'm not going on the water. I avoided it. I'm not going to go on it.
Well, now shot down the ice. So that's my story on my
and
Navy
you're sticking
days.
to it.
That's right. The rest I cannot disclose for security reasons and my own security. Now here's Lacani across the blue line. Now Lacani with it, going to the net. Puts it behind the net. Kipke on the near boards. 3:10 to play. We'll try to check the scores one more time here before this one ends as the Eagles well in control. Oh, Daniel Clark was a sub guy.
Ooh.
Now, Daniel, I couldn't be on a sub because I was technically colorblind by Navy standards. So that avoided me for a lot of things, hence why I was a yeoman. But the only thing I was qualified for after that. Couldn't be on a sub, couldn't be on a plane. Apparently couldn't be on a boat.
But you knew the color of water, though.
Yeah, that's right, yes. Now here's Techel. I've got a lot of respect for those sub guys. Hunt for Red October, baby. Across the blue line.
Great story.
Oh, it's such a good movie. Crimson Tide, a good one, too. If you ever see that one. Gene Hackman.
Oh, yeah.
Now Techel's shot. That deflects high. Of course, Alabama would like that one. Who made the playoff, by the way. Very happy to see that in college football. No offense to those Ohio State fans that might be out there. 2:15 to play here in the third period. Eagles lead by the score of 7-0.
Yeah, you got a lot of Illinois people here.
Yep.
Have kids playing here.
They play the Bears. Or Bears play the Lions on Saturday. Lions still alive for a playoff berth. Packers get Aaron Rodgers back. Helps my fantasy team. Now here come the Rapids with it. Chance in front. Taken away there by Schwab with under 2 to play. Now Schwab up to Palmerio. I know that's him this time. Now a backhand shot. Gloved down by Roca. So the Eagles, Larry, going to improve to 19-11. Let's check one more time the scores to see if we have any more finals. As the Blind River Beavers do defeat the Thunderbirds by the score of 5-4. Still a 3-3 tie in Elliott Lake between Rayside and the Wildcats. Now the other scores are final. Hearst over Espanola 7-2. Powassan has defeated Cochrane 5-2. Lake Superior State University Lakers lose to Michigan Tech by the score of 3-0. And the Hounds are just about to go to overtime. There's 4 seconds left. They're tied with Kitchener 3-3. So even if they do lose, they'll still technically have an unbeaten streak. But the way they've been playing, they'll likely win that game too. We'll be back a week from tonight as the Eagles will take on Rayside Balfour. French River will be in action tomorrow night against the Sioux Thunderbirds. You can catch that one on Hockey TV with our friends from Sioux, Ontario. Now here's a chance for the Rapids. A shot. Brancato makes the save. A minute 20 left. We know who's going to win this game, but there's only one thing that is left unanswered. Now here's Palmerio. I did make reference. Now a player goes right to the net for the Rapids as they'll flip that one to center ice. A minute 9 to play here in the third period. And we'll see if we have a Hounds. Oh my goodness, Larry, the Hounds win by the score of 4-3 as they have now won 19 games in a row.
In regulation time?
Keenan Housdale scores with 3 seconds left. My goodness sakes, 19 in a row. Holy moly. on a roll like that. Maybe they're peaking too early. They might want to lose at some point.
Yeah. Well, they've just this game. No, they won more, and then they're done for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's their road trip here.
Boy, Merry Christmas to all the Sioux Greyhound fans. Yeah. Less than a minute to play here in the period, so full marks to the Eagles. A dominating performance. Shots 53-25. They'll be in action on Monday night in Blind River. I'll be watching that game for sure on Hockey TV. As on Monday nights, I'm usually home. Now a chance for the Eagles to maybe get the snowman game, as I like to call it, 8-0. Price over to Banzer. I want to thank all the folks on Twitter who chimed in. Great Twitter response tonight. We'll be back next Friday, Larry, as the Eagles will take on Rayside Bell. For final thoughts on this game?
Good game. Good game for the Eagles. They started slow. They make mistakes here and there, but they know enough. They've got a good team,
They do.
I watched this, and I'm glad the scoring went 7 different players.
Yeah. Now French River with 10 seconds. Polk checked away. Quinn with it. As Shane Brancato makes 26 saves in net and gets the shutout. As the Eagles win by the score of 7-0. For our cameraman Rob Horn and for color commentator Larry Potsbon, Scott Nason, thankful I didn't jinx that shutout.
Good night, folks.
As our final score 7-0 Eagles, we'll talk to you next Friday here on Hockey TV.
Comes into Pullar Stadium to take on your Soo Eagles. So be with us for all of the exciting action.